This is take 7. I need a haircut. These are the lyrics. Let me. Boom. There's a little bash script. I didn't write it. I think I got it off GitHub. But it has like a cool little animation and. Oh, what? I have it there so that my webcam is like the right size. Yeah. I think you'll notice when things become different. The good vibes in our lives don't feel so consistent, and less becomes more, 'cause the weight is too heavy. I swim in the water that's breaking your levee. The way that you left me is alright, it's alright. If I argue the point, then we yell and we fight. And I won't be home for the rest of the night. You might hate my words, but you know that I'm right. You know that I'm right. This is your life, there's no way to run from it. The doubt in your brain or the pain in your stomach. I only have one but complaint at the moment. Don't paint me black when I used to be golden. The way that you left me is alright, it's alright. If I argue the point, then we yell and we fight. And I won't be home for the rest of the night. You might hate my words, but you know that I'm right. You know that I'm right. Don't paint me black, I used to be golden. I think that was the take. Cool. Woohoo! Yippee! Okay, I want to talk about what's been on my mind. It is currently 19 degrees in my room, 24% humidity. I'm using 9.3 gigabytes of RAM out of my 31. It's February 18th, and it is 1 o'clock p.m. I went to the gym early this morning. Let's close this, and we'll close you. Yeah, I went to the gym early this morning, 6:30 with my friend. Ooh. And it was good. Same as always. Actually, we did the stepper this time. We went... No, we didn't do the stepper, the Stairmaster. We did the cycling things, the fake bikes. Yeah, we did the fake bikes. It was good. And we are on I don't have school today, so I'm just chilling. But school ends in 2 months, and in 2 months I am done with university. So that's kind of scary. I have no idea what I'm doing afterwards. I have no idea. I need to work somewhere, I know that much. Okay, so here's the 30-year plan. For the next 5 years, I think I just want to work as a software developer, developing software. I don't know. I want to do something related to software for sure.
I don't want to stay there forever though, because I do want to be my own boss. I do want to do my own thing. I want to be self-sufficient. I don't want to rely on somebody else for a paycheck in like an employee kind of way. I'd rather make my own money through a business or something. But that requires consistency, and I'm still building the tools necessary in order to develop habits that facilitate consistency. Like the gym is a big one. 3 times a week in the gym. There are certain conditions that need to be met for me to actually remain consistent. And for the gym, at least, one of them is having somebody to hold me accountable for it. I need to learn how to hold myself accountable for these things. Once I figure that out, I'll be set. But yeah, I've been consistent with the gym. Applying that to business, that'd be hard. So that's 5 years out. 10 years out, I want to own some land, and I don't really want to own land here. It feels like a stupid idea to buy a house in the city I'm in, because you can only get so much land. You get a small plot of land. It's not even an acre, and that's not a lot of land. I want like a good solid few acres out in the country or something, you know? And I want it to be relatively inexpensive. I don't want everything done for me. I would like to live in a more rural area with a nice community. And I want to be surrounded by people that I share my morals with. In the city I'm in now, like, not that it's a bad thing, maybe it is a bad thing, but we have a ton of immigrants who are all from different backgrounds, and they all believe different things. We all have different value systems, and that causes a lot of conflict. So it's hard to be like a melting pot, because people from different backgrounds, they sort themselves into different areas of the city. So you don't really have a melting pot. It's just you brought a bunch of people here, and they're like somewhat getting along, I guess. I don't know. But they're not like all becoming one big well, the idea on paper, I think, is nicer than how it actually is. That's beside the point. The point is that a lot of the people I see on a day-to-day basis, like strangers on the street, I wouldn't say I necessarily have the same morality as them, because I have a very Catholic morality. I was raised Catholic. And yeah, it would be nice to have a bunch of people. It would be nice to have neighbors that shared those same values as me. So, rural area, big plot of land. I want to have my own stuff. Have my own area to do like whatever I want in. And the laws are less strict out in the country, because you don't have you don't have like neighbors living in a house that's a few meters away from yours. Like right now, the next house beside me is I want to say like 5 to 10 meters away. I don't want that. I want to live on a plot of land where, actually no. It depends. It really depends. But yeah, 10 years out from now, I hope to be able to afford my own land. That's where I want to settle down. It is also really dependent on when I find a wife, because I'm not going to settle down unless I have a wife. I have no motivation to, because if I don't have a wife, I can't really start a family. And that would be the whole motivation behind moving away and living on a homestead or something. So another part of this equation is the fact that I don't really want to do that right now. I want to do that eventually, but I do want to get some experience, and have stuff happen in my life. I want to have experiences outside of just a simple country life. Because you only get to be young once. I'd like to have some experiences. Have some good times. Then, hopefully in the process of doing that, I meet a girl that I really like and we move out into the country. Because this environment today is totally not suitable for children. It is not. The amount of bad stuff, endocrine disruptors in our environment, like the microplastics we have, our RF radiation in our pockets all the time, emitting cancer-inducing rays. That's not good. I'd say that's particularly not ideal. But yeah, the microplastics and the cancers are stored in the balls. Who would have thunk it? And yeah, just media in general. I guess you could not give your kid a phone. That's a good option. I think regardless of where I am, I wouldn't give my kid a phone if I had a kid. Not even an electron, even access to the internet would be so limited. I think a lot of lazy, stupid parents would make the argument that, oh, but you're restricting your kid so much. Your kid would have access to so much information that they could use that to their advantage and learn stuff. That's a dumb argument. That's a really stupid argument, because they have access to all this information. They have, and 90% of that information is trash. It's trash information that you wouldn't want your children to be exposed to. Now, some of that stuff, like Wikipedia, for example, that's good information. Now, there's nothing stopping you from downloading the entirety of Wikipedia and putting that on a hard drive and putting that on a computer for your kid to play or to learn from. I said play because I'm also thinking about video games. Because video games, I would let my kid play video games, but not the super addictive ones that are out today. I would give my kid I'd put a Game Boy emulator on the freaking computer. Yeah. Now, in order to be... would I homeschool my kids? I would hope that there's a school in the town that I live. That'd be ideal. This pen is empty. Almost. It still writes though. No, we still got a bit of ink. That's not bad. This is the Lamy Safari. It's a relatively inexpensive fountain pen. and I really like it. It writes very well, and the nib is extra fine. A lot of my other pens don't have extra fine nibs, and I don't like writing with them because I'm left-handed. And the ink smudges if the lines are too thick and there's too much ink on the paper. Like when I write over extra fine nibs, they're a lot less likely to smudge because there's just less ink to smudge. It dries faster. And I like that. And I also like that it makes my writing look a little neater because the lines in the letters are further apart. It makes it look more distinct. And not just like all smudgy and yeah. This is the ink I use. It is Noodler's black ink. Once I run out of this, I'm going to get the Noodler's featherless black ink, because that I've heard is good. And I don't want my ink to feather. What time am I at? I am at 16 minutes. 16 whole minutes here. So after 10 years, yeah. Hopefully in 10 years I have a wife and kids and live in the country. After that, the next 20 years after that, the remainder of the 30-year, like, what am I trying to say? The 30-year timeline. It'll just be building up a house in order to make it livable, and then raising kids in that house and having a family. And I feel like I should go somewhere, but I don't really. I mean, after university, I feel like I should go live somewhere for a while. Just get an idea of how different people live their lives differently. Just get a broader sense of what the world is like. Because I'm a kid and I don't know anything. I'm only 21. I have a shelf here with all my tools on it. That's about all I want to say. I'm a bit stressed about what I need to do immediately after university, because I really don't know. I could get a job. I think, potentially the route I'll take for the time being is finding an online entry-level position that's remote and based in the US, because they pay hella money for software positions in the US, even for entry level. Like, it's crazy how much they're making. So that's definitely an option. I need to look into that. There are some open source projects that I would want to contribute to, but like, it doesn't pay to work for, or to work developing open source applications, because it's a community effort. There's nobody getting paid there. Actually, no, that's a lie. The people who are running it, the main developers, I think, are getting paid because they get grants from various organizations. So that's pretty rad. Yeah, I'm just stressed. When I'm stressed, I pick at my skin more. And that's not good. It's a problem. Not that big of a problem, though. Other people have many worse problems than me. I'm very lucky, very fortunate to be in the situation that I am in these circumstances. So, yeah. We're almost at 20 minutes. I think I'll end the video here. Thank you for listening to my cover. I hope you liked it.